This amazing professor I had at university said, "Why are you telling me this in this way?" It was this narrative course talking about the novel and film not having anything to do with dance. But I really connected to that as a dancer because it made me question, why do we tell things through dance? Why is dance the way you need to tell this story urgently more than in a book or in a painting? I have yet to meet anyone else with my story, but I feel like in some ways we can all say that. When I was in high school, even though there was a lot of pressure to finish my academic training and get into a good university and follow this path that's laid out of get all A's and do the high school thing and get into an Ivy League school, and I also really wanted to be a ballerina. And when I started to really struggle with eating disorders, with substance abuse, with things that now it's more common for people to be open about, but back then I feel like people didn't talk about as much. I really fell out of the dance world, and at that moment it felt like I'd ruined everything, like all the years of work that I put into it. And it took me 8 years to put pointe shoes back on. And then a year or two later, all of a sudden I had an opportunity to go overseas and keep dancing more seriously, and all of a sudden this choreographer wanted to take a chance and make this ballet on me, and I was dancing a principal role in a major ballet, and suddenly people looked at me differently and a bunch more doors opened, and I then continued to have a career that I really thought I would never have. Maybe it's different now, but I feel like there's still a sense that if you haven't made it at 17, 18, 19, you're done, you're old, and none of that work you put in matters now because you didn't make it. And it just doesn't have to be that way. I think that if you're dancing and if you're willing to do the work, then there's a place for you in the dance world if you're willing to do the work. And it doesn't have to look like somebody else's story.